Hello YouTubers and welcome to another episode of the vlogs. As you can tell, we're packing up the car, so that can only mean one thing, that we're going up north to Scotland. And this is Scotland. This is not quite where I live, but not far away from my home up here in Scotland, and it's just a little bit of a taster of what Scotland looks like for the people that watch my videos who haven't visited before. But today we're having a little bit of a discussion of sort of what happens next, what's happening now. And so I spoke to the coaches back at Leander, and I've just felt like I needed to get out of the Henley bubble a little bit. When you spend a lot of time somewhere, I've spoken about this before, it can become, you can take things for granted, it can become sort of almost stagnant, no matter where you are. I've been at Henley, I've lived around Henley for the last, I moved back from university in 2015, and I've been in and around Henley, whether it's training at Leander Club or training at the National Team Training Centre. I've been there since 2015, so going on 4.5 years. And with December trials, so for Stanhope and I, it was a case of every session we were trying to just get a little bit faster. We were trying to, basically every stroke we were taking, whether it was on the erg, whether it was weights in the gym, or whether it was rowing on the water, we were trying to improve, we were trying to get fitter, we were trying to get faster and see how far we could sort of push ourselves in the December trials itself. So we certainly pushed ourselves in the December trial, and the result we ended up with is a product of where we are. And it is, like somebody said in the comments on the other video about December trials, it's probably the best pair result I've had since being on the team. So that is a very positive thing, and it's trying to build on from that. So what now rowing wise? Well, like I said, I've spoke to the coaches and I decided that it was just time to get out the bubble. So I came home earlier. Everyone else is still training at Leander Club. The last day of training is on Sunday, and so I've came home a few days earlier just to sort of get a little bit of relaxing in, get away from all the normal things, normal stresses, if you will. Of course, it's not real stress compared to some other people that definitely have a lot more stress, but it's trying to get out of, sort of step back and think, okay, where do I want to go from here? So like I mentioned in the rewind video, I learned so much in 2019, whether it was about sort of everything on YouTube or on rowing itself. Like I was learning, even in the past couple of weeks, intensities of rowing and how they can affect my rowing technique while during a piece, or even just the speed of the boat. And it's just things like that where I'm still learning pretty quickly, pretty big things, and learning quickly, and I just want to keep pushing that into 2020. So it's a case of, how do I keep doing that? How do I keep learning? How do I keep pushing myself? Well, that's still to be sort of ironed out. But I think 2020 will contain a lot of changes going forward, and I think it's going to be really, really exciting. So there aren't any sort of set plans going forward into the new year for training-wise, but I will be, obviously, I'll be continuing rowing and continuing training. It's just a kind of a matter of how it's going to be done, which I'm really excited about. And just seeing how, so in the 2K, a season PB there, so I'm usually at this time of the year, like last year my back was absolutely terrible. The year before that I had the tonsils and whatnot issue. The year before that I was ill. The year before that I was ill again, which probably all those things are tied together. But now I feel like I'm improving through this time of the year, again from what I've been learning about my body and my rowing and how training works in general, just from doing the training, from talking to the coaches about the training, and from doing all the research, and obviously from all the help from the YAMSQUAD, suggestions on the comments, talking to people at regattas about training, about how you train, how I train, how people train, not just rowers as well, cyclists, weightlifters, runners, triathletes, biathletes, loads of different people I've spoken to about how they train. And it's like, well, if you train this way and I train that way, maybe there is a better way. But that's for 2020 future YAMSQUAD, and today It's kind of about what's going on now. So basically, obviously the videos will continue in the new year, but now, until the new year, until we get back to training, it's going to be a little bit of an inconsistent upload schedule. Like I said, I'm just trying to get away from all the normal sort of schedules, all the normal sort of like getting out the Henley bubble where everyone knows each other. I'm out here in Scotland enjoying things like out here. I want to go up to another part of Scotland and film the sort of festive period video with my dad. We've got a sweet location planned for that. But it's just a kind of doing things that are chilled out, relaxed, training when I want to right now, and enjoying what I'm doing for a little bit, and just pushing the enjoyment factor rather than just doing a workout because. And that's kind of how I was feeling like going into the last part of December, going up to the trials. Yes, it was getting improvement. I'm doing the workouts because I want to see how far I can push yourself at trials, but it was some workouts where this just needs to be done because, rather than really going for it, if that makes sense. But that's what I'm kind of trying to tailor things going forward. I'm going to be doing workouts for targets more often. It really helped with my motivation when I had December trials there to be like, well, if I do all of these workouts in the next month, the potential is there to show everyone what Stanhope and I can do, and which we did, and I'm very proud of how we raced, and that will be it really. So over the next sort of 10 days while I'm here, I will be doing some workouts on the erg, and I think I'll be filming those and doing sort of the episodes. If you remember back to the summer sort of workouts we did were like 15 500s. Probably won't be doing that during the break, but I was able to do the 500 meters and then talk to the camera, then 500 meters, talk to the camera, and it took you guys through the workout with me and showed you it was what kind of went on, rather than just putting the camera somewhere and then you just watch. It brought you guys in a little bit more, which I felt like was an awesome sort of portrayal of the workouts themselves. So I'm thinking about maybe doing one or two of those while I'm here, as well as getting that sort of little father-son bonding video going up too at some point, but we have to go up north of Scotland for that and get the bagpipes out and whatnot. And that will be it for today's episode, Yam Squad. Hopefully I've made sense. Let me know in the comments below what you're doing for break, and I'm really excited to see what we can do as the Yam Squad in 2020. So as always, remember to subscribe if you haven't already, hit that like button, and I will see you in the next episode.